You're listening to A Teaching Moment with Mr. B.
Hello, everyone, and this is Mr. B the teacher, and I come to present to you products and services that I have to offer. Beginning with my award-winning book, Guidelines for the Successful Student, a closer look at parenting your school-age child, which you may purchase through my website, mrbtheteacher.com, also featured on Amazon. And while you are there on my website, you may also check out my educational songs that I also have on display for you to purchase.
Gotta break it down, piece by piece we'll see. Making sense of parts, that's the key for me. Action in fractions, math satisfaction. Take it step by step, never any distraction. 1/2 means half of a whole. Adding them together, gonna meet the...
Please feel free to check out all my songs, my award-winning book, and in addition to those products, I also offer tutoring services in all major subject areas and through Varsity and through tutor.com, so feel free to check me out in those areas as well.
You're listening to A Teaching Moment with Mr. B.
Welcome to episode 40. Woohoo, yes, episode 40 in my podcast series, A Teaching Moment with Mr. B, which I've been doing now for almost 3 years now. In this 40th episode, I'm celebrating 1 year anniversary of my business, Mr. B the Teacher, L.L.C. So this podcast is going to be different from all the others in that I'm here to talk to you about my journey and the success of the first year of business as an entrepreneur and as a business, as an LLC. I must say that we've had some great success during our first year being in business. When I first began this journey in 2023, 2024, I shared that I wanted to retire from the classroom and I wanted to start an online tutoring services. And at first I was thinking, well, how am I going to attract new customers? And then I say, I'm going to partner up with some tutoring platforms that are already in existence. So I partnered up with Varsity, tutors.com, and tutor.com. I partnered up with Varsity, tutors, and tutor.com so that I could start attracting new clients. And this will be my first full year that I've completed online as an online tutor. So a big part of my business is to conduct online tutoring sessions with students of all ages from kindergarten through college level. And this has been a very successful year in that department. And I'm happy to announce some facts and figures about that. And so I want to begin with my mission. What was the mission, or what mission statements did I have that I came up with for our business, Mr. B the Teacher, L.L.C. One of my mission statements says that we are passionate and dedicated to empowering every student to achieve their fullest potential. Through Mr. B the Teacher, L.L.C., we create meaningful and personalized learning experiences that inspire growth, confidence, and a love for learning in every child that we teach. Another statement reads, every day we bring knowledge, patience, and creativity to our work. Through Mr. B the Teacher, LLC, we help students overcome challenges and discover their strengths fostering a positive and engaging learning environment where every child can thrive. And the final statement is that we are committed to making a difference in the lives of many students. Through Mr. B the Teacher L.L.C, we provide supportive and tailored learning experiences that build confidence, ignite curiosity, and empower each child to succeed. So there you have it. Our purpose is to invigorate and to create meaningful and personalized learning experiences for our students. And this was part of my mission and goal as we created this business over a year ago. So it's been 1 year. So, woohoo, I'm so glad that we've made it through. And we're going to share some of the highlights of what has occurred with our business in the past year. Beginning with our online tutoring services. On our online tutoring services, since we began, we partnered up with varsitytutors.com and tutor.com. We've seen a 325% increase in sales from last September until now. We are doing so well that Varsity Tutors increased my hourly base pay by $3 per hour, $3 per session, and by $2 more on tutor.com. When I first began with these platforms, there were only 2 students and 2 sessions for the whole week. And this is during the second week of September 2024. Now, I teach an average of 20 sessions per week. I've had up to 20, 30 students per week between Varsity and tutor.com. So that is a significant increase in the number of clients that I have. And when I began last September, we began with only 1 college student on tutor.com during the 3rd week of September. But now I teach an average of 5 to 10 college students per week and grade level students per week on tutor.com and up to 20 sessions on Varsity Tutors platform. So you can see there's a significant increase in the number of clients that we now serve. I receive an average of 5 5-star reviews from my clients on both tutoring platforms every month. So I'm pleased to announce that I've been receiving a lot of 5-star reviews. We have an average client satisfaction rate of 4.9 out of 5 on Varsity Tutors platform, and an average client satisfaction rating of 4.9 out of 5 on tutor.com for the last 2 months. 4.5 out of 5 overall since last September 2024. And because I have had such a high client rating on both platforms, I am now considered performing in the top 10% on both platforms. I was promoted to intermediate online tutor since last November 2024. So I'm pleased that things have progressed rapidly in the tutoring services department. For more details about our tutoring services, please visit our website, mrbtheteacher.com, where you can find details about how we are doing. And then I wanted to share this, and this is my favorite area to share today, is some student success highlights. Of all the students that I teach currently, there are 6 students who have shown tremendous growth with me from last September, October, November when they started until today. Particularly, I have a 7th grade student who was in danger of failing when I first started back last October 2024, but has seen tremendous growth with her report card in math. I'm so proud of her. She was able to increase from an F to a C in 3 quarters, in 5 months. So I'm very proud of her record. So proud of her. And then I have another student who's a 1st grade student who began working with me in reading since last November, and her reading level has significantly improved from level B, which was a pre-K level, to pass H, first grade level, in just 5 months. And this is after intensive phonics instruction that I've been given her on varsity, with flashcards that I have to teach her word families, short and long vowel sounds with word families. And from the result of intense instruction, doing that for weeks, these are the results that occurred. She's seen a significant improvement from pre-K to first grade level, from level B to level H. And she's past level H now. And she used to, before I started, she used to see a therapist twice a week and was below level and was considered a non-reader. But look at her now. So I'm so proud to have that success story. Another success story comes from a third grade student who's maintained grade A's classwork and tests throughout in both English, language arts, and math for the last 4 months, because I began teaching her multiplication times tables facts, and I've also been teaching her the skills that she was really lacking in, including problem solving, algebraic thinking, geometry, and measurement skills. And as a result, every time I go to tutor her again, she always has some announcement of 90s to 100% on her tests. And then they always thank me for tutoring them in that area where they needed help. Another success story similar to that would be from another fourth grade student who I've been working with since last November. She was struggling with reading and math since kindergarten, and although she was below reading grade level at the time, now she is definitely performing well within her level, maintaining A's and B's in both subjects because she could solve 1 and 2 step word problems. She learned all her 12 times tables facts with me in tutoring. She's gained confidence. And she said the one thing I've taught her is to gain confidence, is to be confident. So I'm so happy that she's far more confident today than she's ever been, in math especially. But even with her reading, her skills, her level has gone up because she has more confidence. And then I've been working with a third grade student who began his tutoring sessions since last October. He too learned all his 12 times tables facts in just 5 months with me. And as a result, he's been receiving so many rewards, so many accolades, so many rewards, tangible and non-tangible awards and privileges from his classroom teacher, because he has been receiving A grades in math for knowing his multiplication facts. The teachers have been posing challenges with her third grade students for her students to learn their multiplication facts. And this young student I have been receiving all the accolades every time because he's been learning his times tables facts with me during his tutoring sessions. And then I have a 6th grade student who I'm really proud of. Since she began with me last November, at the time when I first met her, she was struggling with reading and math and was functioning at the 3rd, 4th grade level in both subjects because of the effects of COVID. So this was one of those students who fell back, whose learning gaps widened because of that. Now, after tutoring her for all these months, for a good 5 months, she is now mastered and maintaining a B average in both reading and math, because I've taught her how to master some reading comprehension, fluency, algebra, geometry, and measurement, and problem-solving skills. I've been working with her in these areas for all this time. So now she's maintaining a B average in both subjects. So I'm a firm believer of seeing results as a result of working on things. You set your goals, and then you should see the fruits of your labor. You should see positive results as a result of that, which hard work always gets rewarded. It needs to be. So those are some of the success highlights I wanted to point to you point out to you as a result of me conducting my online tutoring services program through varsityandtutor.com. Now, another area of my business, of our business, is podcasting. Like I said, this is the 40th podcast by the time you're listening to this, whether it's live or recorded. We have now completed 40 podcast episodes called A Teaching Moment with Mr. B. I'd like to thank my lovely wife for helping me set these podcasts up, for helping me with the website, with all these creations. Now we're able to run a smooth podcasting system. We've recorded and published the first 32 of these podcasts on Spotify. So when you click on Podcasts tab, you're going to see the first 32 podcast episodes there. However, the last 8 episodes that we've recorded now since last September 2024, when I switched to my YouTube channel, the last 8 podcasts are found there on YouTube. So please go to my YouTube channel and you'll be able to see the continuity of my podcasting there. And then, of course, the topics are all centered around educational issues which we are confronted with in our nation, and issues that I've discussed in my first published award-winning book, Guidelines for the Successful Student, A Closer Look at Parenting Your School-Aged Child, which are available on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle forms. We've been doing these podcasts, like I said, for almost 3 years now, and I'm pleased to be able to continue doing this. For more details about these podcasts that I do and that we do as a business, please visit our website, mrbeteteacher.com. And now there's another area of our business, blogs. Of course, we've been doing blogs now called A Teaching Moment with Mr. B. All of these podcasts turn into blog posts that you could read about on mrbeteteacher.com website under the blogs tab. And of course, they're all based on educational topics from our podcasts and from my award-winning book, Guidelines for the Successful Student. We've been blogging now for 1 year. So we've been blogging since last April 2024. We have posted over 17 blogs now, which are found on our website. 17 blogs, to be exact. So for more details about our blogs and our posts, please visit our website, mrbeteteacher.com. And now we're going to talk about books that our business has been working on. As a self-publishing author, I published my first book, Guidelines for the Successful Student, A Closer Look at Parenting Your School-Aged Child, on July the 26th, 2021, on Amazon.com. So ever since that date, I published that book was published on that date. Fortunately, to date on Amazon, I've sold 109 paperback and Kindle book copies and counting. I've sold several other books face-to-face by having events. And as of December last year, 2024, I won the International Impact Book Award for my first book under the parenting category. There were many categories to choose from, but I knew that this Guidelines for the Successful Student, A Closer Look at Parenting Your School-Aged Child, was catered to parents of school-aged children. So I entered the competition under the parenting category. And the award is only given by the International Impact Book Award Agency. They only award the top 10%. According to the judges, the books that makes the top 10% of their scoring criteria will win the award. My book won the award because it was in the top 10% of all the books that were judged in the parenting category. So there were 50 entries under the parenting category for December last year, and mine was one of only 5 books that made it, that got chosen to receive the International Impact Book Award For that, I got a nice trophy that you can see displayed on my website. And I also got the stickers to go with it that you can put on pre-existing labels. Also got the digital label that is now on my book to show that I'm an International Impact Book Award recipient, and a certificate to go with it. So I'm so proud that our book has won this award. And thank you to my wife for doing the illustration, and I was able to write the contents of the book, and it did really well. And seeing that this is my first book that I've ever published, I'm very pleased that it did so well. Ever since then, however, I've been writing and in the process of publishing 2 new books, both of which are children's books, children's literature books. And I'm going to not announce exactly what these books are called or what they're about, but they should be published sometime this summer. And then I am working currently on a 4th book to do with called A Survival Guide for Beginning Teachers. I am writing a book for beginning teachers as well. So I have a couple children's books that are in the works, and I'm working on a 4th book for beginning teachers as well, which should also be published by the end of the summer this year. For more details about my books, please visit my website, mrbetheteacher.com, and you will find information being posted as time goes along. I'll be giving updates about my books, what books I have released, and when you could purchase your copies of them. And then the final category of our business is educational songs. Mr. B's Beats for Brains was created last year with the intent of releasing some of my educational tunes that I've written over the years. On our website, you can get ready to boost your brain power with Mr. B's Beats for Brains. This playlist is packed with tunes to help you focus, learn, and succeed. Whether you are tackling math, mastering English, conquering science, or simply need a motivational pick-me-up, we have got you covered. So turn up the volume, hit play, and let the learning begin. Please check out the following tunes that I have currently listed on sale right now, and is updated also periodically as more songs are being released. And each lyrical music video, they're lyrical music videos. They could be purchased for $2 for each song. And I have 5 categories of music that we uploaded. We have Mr. B's Motivational Mix, which contains motivational, inspirational songs, such as Never Give Up, which could be purchased for $2 for that lyrical music video. We have Mr. B's Math Beats, which includes Learn Your Tables 2 to 5 Chill Uptown version, Learn Your Tables 6 to 8, Learn Your Tables 9 to 12, and Division in the House. We have Mr. B's English Language Lounge, which has a song there called Speak and Spell. Mr. B's Geo Tunes, there's a song there called Never Eat Soggy Waffles. Mr. B's Science Jams has a song there called The Solar Dance. More songs will be added periodically as time goes on. And for more details about these educational tunes and the reasons why each of these sections were created, please visit our website, mrbetheteacher.com, and click on Mr. B's Beats for Brains. I'm so happy to be able to share these student success highlights. I have one student I've been working with in 7th grade who was in danger of failing last fall and was at the 48th percentile. Now this same student has risen to 81% average, which is a B. So in just 5 months, I've seen this 7th grade student raise her math grade from 48% to over 81%, which is phenomenal. Now she loves math and she can perform all those math skills and concepts really well. And another success story is that I'm happy to announce that the first grade student I began working with in reading since last November 2024 has improved her reading level from level B, which is on the pre-K level, to level L, which is way into the second grade level, in just 6 months after intensive phonics instruction with short and long vowel sounds in word families. So this student has improved from level B to level L in just 6 months. That is phenomenal. So I'm very proud of her, and I'm very proud of the tremendous progress she's made. And that takes us to the end of this podcast, in which I highlight some of the developments and success of our business for the past year. Thank you so much for your love and support for our business, Mr. B the Teacher L.L.C. Thank you very much for all the support that we've received, and it continues. And we will continue to forge on, looking to improve and expand on our products and services that we offer. Thank you so much for that. So we're looking forward to our second year, which begins after this recording is over. And as the African proverb says, it takes a village to raise a child. Thank you so much, everyone, and looking forward to doing more business with you, looking forward to your partnerships, and looking forward to your support. Thank you. Until the next podcast, bye-bye, everybody.